Yes, we go live. Yes, are
We
we
are
live?
going live little by little. I,
Little by little.
I think we are live now.
Now, hello.
Yes.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Boiler Room Sessions live stream performances. And this is our second edition already. And we're still a little bit nervous. So happy you tuned in with us again or for the first time. And give yourself some time to find the good spot to sit and have a good Wi Fi, have a drink. We take a little bit of time to let our audience log in and so we can start the evening. But first, I'm going to introduce a bit boiler room sessions, and then we're going to introduce a little bit more. So the boiler room sessions, we're live stream, live performances, dance, music, and performance. Um, Experimental work could be anything choreographed, composed, improvised. And we do this because of our current situation. We all around the globe are living in a certain way of confinement, in other countries more than others. And to meet and share time together live through performance is something we personally miss, and the reason why we started Boiler Room Sessions, so that we can log in all together and have a moment of live performances. And tonight we have all countries available. So we host different artists all over the world. We have performances from short to longer pieces, 5 to 20 minutes. And we're going to introduce ourselves a little bit in the Boiler Room sessions. My co-host.
Hello, everyone. I know you're coming in little by little. This is our second session of Boiler Room Sessions Live. As Iris was saying, we are inviting different artists from different parts of the world to present their experimental and very edgy work. We like to be together, we like to perform, and due to the circumstances now, it's difficult. So we started to find a way to do it. And for both of us, this is the first time we are doing something streaming, but it has been great. And for me today is a very special day because I have some very, very dear friends from Colombia, from Bogotá. Um, and I'm going to say hello to the Spanish speaking audience now. Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. Espero que estén viendo desde Colombia porque tenemos a nuestras artistas invitadas desde allá. Vamos a estar hablando en general en inglés, pero me pueden escribir por el chat en español sus opiniones, sus comentarios, lo que quieran decirnos para interactuar, y yo estaré también respondiendo en español. Yeah, so I was saying that if you want to use the chat that is in your right hand next to you, to the screen on YouTube, we can interact through that. So please let me know that you're there. I'm going to be writing with you. Yes, and my name is Laisvie Ochoa. I am a choreographer, I'm a dancer, I'm a video artist, and I'm half Colombian, half Lithuanian, but I'm living here in the Netherlands now. And I'm very, very happy to do this because it's a new way for me to do dance with technology, and now it's useful, and now many people are interested, and it's such a great development. So I'm just very happy to be hosting this with Iris.
Hello, so my name is Iris van Peppen, and I am a choreographer and a dancer in the Netherlands, where I work and teach. And I'm very much interested in experimental work, and I make work as I would make. I'm not a musician, but it's very musical. I like the musicality of movement, and I like the live event, the present moment. I'm very much interested in improvisation, and yeah, and now online is for me totally new. So Laisvie is our wizard here. She's doing the technique. So for those that are coming in now, welcome. can you please do us a favor and use the chat, because we want to know that we're not alone. We would like to know that you're there. So please send us some things and some thoughts on the chat. You need to log in on a Google account. I heard. So, and otherwise, maybe there are other ways to communicate with us, but please try the chat. So let us know. So I'm going to talk you through the lineup of tonight, and then you can send in your chats meanwhile. So we have 3 performances tonight, and we will start with Bogotá. That's a place in Colombia. And we start with choreographer Sofìa Mejía, and it's a 10-minute piece. She's a choreographer dancer in contemporary dance. And in her work, she is interested in improvisation, contact improvisation, and in composition. And oh, I'm already introducing her a lot. So we do that later a bit. And then afterwards, we go to a trio, 2 different places. It's a musical piece with Geerte on violin. We have Sola on cello, and we have George Dimitriu on violin. So it's a string quartet. And then afterwards, we have a piece of between Bogotá and Germany with Romany, Juana del Mar, and Susanne Grau, or Grau, yeah, must be Grau, and which is a dance performance work. So this is the 3 performances of tonight, and we are very much looking forward to this diverse evening. We have a very diverse program. So we're going to start.
I just want to say that we do have some audience.
Yes.
Y tenemos audiencia. Ahí les veo desde Bogotá. Tengo amigas y amigos desde Bogotá también. I'm also seeing some of my students from the University of Twente. So hello for you. I'm happy to see you here. And we have Jos again, which is super nice. He's now a big fan, and he's also doing a very interesting project. So he can also send the info there. And yeah, we see people saying hi, saying that we are not alone. At this moment, we have 47 people watching. So we can hope that this doubles, so we have even more audience. As I was saying, tonight is very special for me because, for example, Sofìa is one of my first teachers, and I owe her a lot. I learned many things from her. She's one of the kindest and most intelligent people that I know, and I really like all her performances. She's always doing such a deep things, and so experimental, and so yeah, it's really great. So now we are seeing a little bit of her living room. She's getting ready, and yes, now we have even more audience. That's really great. I have hello, hola Diana. I see Lisbeth. Hello, Tom Punte. Do you know?
Hey, I'm happy.
Yes.
Great. So let's start this beautiful evening. Already Laisvie introduced Sofìa a bit. I like to share some of her words before we go to her. And I thought it was very touching. She says, in the moment that we cannot touch, we can only touch the objects around us. So I'm very looking forward to her work. And in the chat, Laisvie will, from all the artists of tonight, will share links to video accounts or their website. So if you're interested in their work, you can follow them. And we really want you to do that if you're interested. So it's also a platform for these audience, for these artists. So we're going to enjoy Sofìa.
Yeah. Let's go to Sofìa. So we go out. Yes, really nice. Thank you, Sofia, very much. We see you
Sofia.
in a moment.
Or not.
Yeah, a bit later. Good, really nice. I'm sure I'm clapping for all our audience because we have more audience now and they are here. I had some comments. Yes, I'm reading that someone really liked the chair, Leonard, and then Bonne nuit, muito interessant. We have a yay, we have some claps, and Jos is saying total performance, unorthodox, unexpected twist, no rules. I loved it. Amazing, bizarre coolness. And then Julia is saying, thank you, Sofia. Oscar is doing some cool emojis. Diana dice, bella, Sofia, hermosa. We have Oscar saying, great, nice installation, bravo, nice, strange figures. And yeah, people are just loving it. We have
Beautiful.
Mark saying, cool, actually watch this for a long time.
Yes, and Laisvie will also, I think you will put her some video or Vimeo account of Sofia so people can see more of her work. And also I forgot to mention that Sofia, I mean Laisvie already introduced her so well, but Sofia is a teacher at the master teacher at the master department of the National University of Colombia, the Master of Life Art. Beautiful. What a start of the evening. So I use this time to introduce our next trio. We have a trio, a musical trio, and it's a string quartet called Blink. Blink, they're very new. So later on, Laisvie will add their websites. They don't have one website yet for the quartet, but you can find them for sure. So we have Geerte de Koe on violin, and we have Pau Sola on cello, and we have George Dimitriu on alt violin, and the piece is approximately 20 minutes. And it's an improvised piece where they play with the text of text scores of Pauline Oliveros. And the last poem that you will hear is made by Geerte de Koe. And we will see it's two venues, trio on two venues. So here is Blink, and enjoy the evening.
Yes, they are coming.
They are coming, so I will talk.
Good. We are just here with them. And then at the end, we come back all together or have more comments.
Yes.
I invite you to imagine. I invite you to imagine the sound. a sound piece, guided by the text score of Paulina Oliveres. Can you imagine your own resonance? Can you imagine listening beyond the edge of your own imagination? Can you imagine that every cell in your entire body is vibrating all the time? Can you imagine the tuning of the universe? Can you imagine the echoes of all the footsteps you have ever taken?
I invite you to another imaginary sound piece. East. With the coming of the light, can you imagine a sound that is refreshingly new? South. As the sun warms your body around midday, can you imagine a warming sound that resonates with the cells of your body? West. As the sun disappears and colors the clouds in the evening, can you imagine a sound cluster of continually changing timbres? North. When the North Star is visible during the night, can you imagine a sound that gives your ears guidance?
COVID-19, lockdown, social distancing. I learn about fear. I learn about love. I dip my toes in the depth of true intimacy. So vulnerable, so naked, so powerful, so strong. I share. Today I share this moment I welcome you. Dissolve in me. Dissolve in me. Dissolve in me. The shadow tree. I welcome you in the shadow of my presence. I embrace cold shadow draped around your shoulders. Moved only by the morning sun. Moved only by the morning sun. I embrace cool shadows draped around your shoulders. Root your roots, my little child. Spread your wings and fly up high. Root your roots and spread your to dissolve. Dissolve in me. Dissolve in me. Dissolve in me. Dissolve in me. The shadow tree. Cause you're welcome, welcome, welcome in the shadow of my presence.
Thank you so much, guys. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Ah. So nice to hear the birds and the leaves and the movement of the trees. So, do we have some audience saying something?
Yes, we have a lot of comments for you guys. It was lovely to see you there in the woods and taking all the time. I feel so, I was very excited at the beginning, and now it's like I grounded myself a lot with this. Very, very nice. Also the interaction with the two musicians, the two locations. Okay, so we have a lot of comments that the image is just amazing. That's Leonard. Also, grazie, ho pocut imaginar seguint el vostre rhythms. I'm improvising my Italian. This is one of an earthly extraterrestrial quality. Then we have music for films. Great achievement, all the three of you. Bravo, we have indeed, we are in a film. You can take us wherever you want, talking, waiting, sounds, music, trees, birds, queens and ants, UFOs arriving, speed of the nature growing in the middle of our confinement. We have from Cape Town, love you guys. Mariana saying, love, love, love. Your work invites to move, and I just did dance. This is Leonard Fry, just saying forest spirits will appear. We tell you, just wait and see. We have more emojis and people just clapping and being very happy after this nice performance.
Wonderful. And also we after our last performance, we will bring all our artists together. So if you want to hang out a little bit with us, we have like a virtual cafe and you can share your thoughts with the artists directly. So stay with us during the boiler room session. So we go to our last performance already of the evening, which is trio. And it's a special trio because there two artists from Bogotá in Colombia, and there's an artist from Germany. We have Romany Deer, Juana del Mar, and Susanne Grau, and it's a dance performance work of approximately 15 minutes. And the work is an online collage performance in attempt to account each other and run away. They bring in elements of their previous work and interest into the boiler room session. So enjoy it a lot and see you later.
Can you spell for me the thing that you are running away from?
Juana, can you give me some text to say?
You have to say in Spanish, como poco, you remember?
Yeah.
Como,
Sí.
Como poco, coco, como.
¿Cómo deletrear tu nombre? Como poco, coco, como, poco, coco, como. Sí. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's so hot in my costume, you can't imagine. I was waiting the whole, how long is this going on already? Like 40 minutes? I was in this polyester costume and in my sleeping bag. You don't want to smell it.
Because now we don't know how long it's going to last for. We just have to keep waiting. and sweating and waiting, sweating and waiting and sweating. And we don't know. Everybody's just waiting right now.
Are you going to the coast?
Wow, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Ah, you
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
It's gonna be a long process.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're here. This is life. This is for life now.
Okay, I'm gonna spell it for you. So G as giraffe, then R rat,
M
no, A as
A
as, and then
N
U like a Uber. That's Grau.
And what's
sometimes
the email address?
sometimes I feel split. I feel split down the middle. Maybe not sometimes, maybe always. I feel split.
I understand you. Sometimes I feel the same.
¿Cómo encontrar con uno mismo, con el otro? I love your top, Susanne.
Say something about my body. How do you like my body?
Your virtual body.
Thank you. Well, guys, if we cannot go to the coast, I can suggest something.
Okay, so just keep on going. And
when I'm trying to run away from something, I go towards water. Right now, I found the sink. I filled it with cellophane.
which one?
Here, I show you. Number 3, Susanne, number 3.
Dear Romany, dear, I love you.
Te amo, te quiero. In these times of quarantine, I've become obsessed with my neighbor.
Show me.
I'm showing you. Here is our window. I've been thinking about how I escape. What is this third space from me? The window has become this. Here, I show you.
Yes.
Dear Romany, dear, I love you.
And what about me?
Dear Romany, dear Romany, dear Romany, dear Susanne, dear Grau, I love you.
Today I wrote a list of my emotions.
We should do a day when we are like talking about our emotions, our feelings.
Feelings.
Yeah, I could use some life coaching. During Corona, there's a lot of life coaching for free also.
That's true.
Very useful. Look at those nice stuff.
Okay. How do you like my body now? How do you like my body, guys? Well, actually, my face.
You look split.
Do you think that many people already left the live stream?
Yeah, when will this end? When will this end? We are just waiting. We are just waiting. We are all just waiting and waiting and waiting. And some of us are sweating.
I'm sweating, quite nervous.
Oh my God, I forgot the best part of the performance.
Let's try to laugh.
What?
My dance in,
What's the best part, Susanne?
my dance in the sleeping bag.
That's true.
Let's
Imagine it.
Have you seen the mountains in Bogotá?
I have also just gone to a dance studio. I can show you here. The ballet bar is behind me. I'm ready to start doing my dance. I'm getting ready.
Maybe if I just
Show
jump,
you the space.
it's not a good idea. Maybe I will break my leg, no?
Be careful, Juana.
Romany, show me your abilities in dance, in ballet dance, please. I'll show you mine now.
Okay.
Wait, I need some music. Can you, some of you can just play some music for me, or should I do it?
I am underwater.
Sorry, I'm
Susanne, can you join me with your womb, with your womb? Sorry, with your word dance?
okay. Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Prepared for this live.
Okay, I am ready. I'm ready to go. Wait.
Can you spell for me, Juana, what it is that you are running away from?
Romany, can you put some music?
I forgot already. Now I'm used to be in the house. I don't want to run anyway.
You gotta stop running. Well, I think it's time for me to go. I feel once again completely split down the middle. I'm not sure if I'm here anymore or outside or in the UK or where I am. And yeah, I'm gonna go try to deal with that. Te quiero. Te quiero. Te quiero.
I'm going there.
Te quiero.
Te amo. What's this? What is that?
Who's this? Help. Help.
I think.
Help. Wait.
What's up, Susanne? What happened to our friend?
Where's Romany?
Where is Romany?
Wait. Ow. Ow.
What's up, Susanne? What's up, Susanne? Susanne? Where are you? Susanne, you still hear me? Susanne?
Yeah. Wait. Oof. Oh God.
Say something about my body. Very good, nice, wonderful. Wait. Yes, now we can hear you.
Oh.
Wow.
What a performance.
Very kaleidoscopic
Yes.
performance.
And funny also. Very funny.
Very funny. I think I'm going to have the hashtag say something about my body. Talked.
And you will also put in the chat. They had their a video account or website, some material, right, from their work. So I can imagine people are more curious about who these people are, these funky ladies, and what their work is about or what they're up to, so they can you can follow them. So do we have comments, Laisvie,
Yes.
from our audience?
We
or
have
are we all
lots
stunned?
of comments. People, I think, were first a bit like very amazed and surprised, and then they started to send a lot of comments. I also have a lot of emojis, difficult to translate. But yeah, we have, for example, bizarre, therefore, very good. They were wondering where we were streaming from. So 2 of the girls are in Bogotá, Colombia, and Susanne is in Germany. We also say, oh, we have Mart saying, so good, split. Yes, we are right in the middle. And you joking about it is moving me. It's a perfect from our performance skeleton. Lara Croft, love you. Then we have Marwa saying, I am not running, not going anywhere. And then Hen saying, obsessed with my neighbors, say something about my body. Then we have hearts and love you, scream, scream, yes. Then David Lynch, ate your heart out. Then Hen saying the best. Then we have more crazy emojis. Thank you. Amazing, funky, love it. This is Marisa saying that. Beautiful, very good. Nice.
Nice. Wow, what a evening, what a mix of performers, right? Such a blend, different mix of artists doing experimental work in their own disciplines, and our second time, and we already have so many nationalities. It's so nice with this new medium of live streaming that we can capture all these areas. Hello, there are the artists back. It's Sofìa, Romany, George, Geerte.
I don't know
That
how.
is coming in. Yes. So this is our little hangout, everyone. So for the people that don't want to stay for the little hangout, please do. But if not, next week, again, 8 p.m. Amsterdam time, we have boiler room sessions. But now we have a short after talk. So maybe you want to ask questions. I can imagine people want to ask something about the last work, for example, how they work, or maybe from Sofìa to ask your questions to these artists. How was it for you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We also have people from Laisvie and saying love, 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 love. And I'm waiting. So if someone has a question, y si tienes una pregunta, quieres hacerle alguna pregunta a las artistas, a los artistas de hoy, aquí estamos. Vamos a ir abriendo y cerrando los micrófonos nosotras. Hi, George. Yeah.
There is George.
Hello.
Hello.
All together, and let's see if we have some questions. But I would also like to hear a little bit from Sofìa, who was the first one, if you can tell us a little bit what you were doing.
She's still, yeah, there she is.
Okay. Well, I was a little nervous because normally I work with other people. Then I don't know if it is my first solo, but my first solo by myself, and I was very nervous. But I have this when the quarantine starts here in Bogotá. The first thing I had was now I am alone because I can't touch anyone, and this was very, very weird and very sad for me. And I start to think, well, I have my things, the environment and my cafeteria and my table and then maybe I have do something with that. And because of that, I started working in this solo, but I had really quickly. Then I don't know. Maybe I had more. I give it some time for explore more.
Thank you, Sofìa. It was really also interesting to see what all the things that you were doing with your objects, even passing through sexual images. And I was like, yeah, that's happening now a lot in the quarantine, I guess. And yeah, it was interesting to also watch that. Let me check if we have more questions or comments. Yeah, we have a question for you, Sofìa, from Jos, and he's asking, you touched the room and you touched me. So it's more like a comment.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Beautiful. We have hearts. Beautiful. Eva is saying, Sofìa, I really like the composition you created with the objects.
Okay, thank you. It was difficult to think in the camera also because normally I don't work with camera. And this is another question about the point of view from a camera.
Yes, totally. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. We almost don't see Geerte.
Yeah, the sun
They're
is
very dark in the woods.
Getting dark there.
Yes, yeah, good that you can make some sounds so we know that Geert and Pau are there.
Yes,
because they're still in the woods.
Do this, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's so great. That is so great. So how was it for you?
well, we were just laughing just now, looking around, you know, sitting in the middle of the forest with this whole setup with a laptop. It feels a bit, yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. First of all, just to be able to give a concert again was such a joy, and to prepare that and to think about what we would do, and thinking about how to have George there whilst he's in a different place, and playing at the same time is not possible in Zoom. So we thought this was a nice way to connect. And I liked a lot that in the first piece we were doing, it was about noise and silence, and then this giant airplane came over, so that was a joy.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. Dan is asking for Geerte and Pau, how did you time the airplane so well?
Now! It was my dad's call.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
George?
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking the other day. I also did a live streaming on Monday. It was my first live streaming performance, and I did it. We kind of managed, in spite of the technology, we managed to play together somehow with a couple of artifacts to make it work, such as putting a phone in on the screen, broadcasting my live image. But it seems like the technology is not ready yet to have us play together at the same time, and it needs a bit more maybe internet bandwidth or different things. But I have to say the feeling of performing together is there, and that's very interesting. How is that possible? Because that means that we can connect at a distance as well as being in the same room together. And that's fascinating.
Yes, it's true. This we are using an app, a software that was designed for conference, and we, as artists, we're transforming it and we are using it for artistic purposes. So it's true that these apps only capture one sound at a time to organize it. So that's something to develop with an engineer that wants to collaborate with art. So that's a note there. And we do have a bit more comments for you guys. It said that beautiful how the space has shifted and how your presence, Sofìa, kept re-questioning the space. And Geerte and partners, I got flashbacks of the film The Blair Witch Haunting. Really? And then we have Geerte and Pau, such an imaginary space you gave us. What you say is true, George. We are so much quicker than technology.
Yes, we are ahead of that, definitely.
Definitely, yes, great. So maybe we can hear now a little bit of the trio, the last trio.
Yes, I'm so curious, girls. How was it for you? How did it go?
Honestly, I have no idea. I did. I mean, I enjoyed the experience, but I don't know how it was to look at it. But I think for the three of us, like what we were doing today is very different from maybe the work we would normally make. But when we spoke to each other, we tried to think about things that were still relevant now, like this idea of the encounter, the idea of the other. And also for me, this is a personal comment. I'm not speaking on behalf of Susanne and Juana, so I'm sorry for things I say that you're not in line with. But for me, like we are also right now is like, it's a reality, but it's also like living in quite a strange, like pre-abstract science fiction. So also for me, I was thinking a lot about these ideas of like, what is this idea of connection now? How do we connect with the other? What is this idea of where is my body and where is yours? Like in the scream, where do I end? Where do I begin? Like all of these kind of questions, and just trying to play with it in the same way that you would when you're making a collage, where you literally follow your intuition and put something next to something else. Sometimes it works, sometimes it looks horrendous, and then you take it down and you start again. And it was really for me just to play with this notion of putting things together for all of us. Like, what is it to mirror, to multiply, to play, I suppose, with this kind of weird science fiction we are in, for me.
And you say that that this way is very different than you would normally do. So what would that be, and what is it that you take with you in this frame of work?
I suppose what I mean by that is this material right now. To do something in Zoom, to do some. I mean, this is a new mode for everybody, right? There is something unknown about this for all of us. So I suppose in a super basic way, normally the encuentro or idea to be together would happen in a physical space, would happen over a long period of time, would happen over processes of rehearsals, of talking, of living and breathing the same space. So this is what I mean, but maybe the other two.
Yeah, but then, so yeah, that's a reality, I think, for every one of us. But I can imagine that the way that the essence of your work that you have translated into this frame of this Zoom. Can you say something about that?
Yeah, because I know that Juana directed the last piece where they collaborated, the three of you, right? So maybe you also were taking some concepts and some notions from that, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. So we, as Romany said, like we were like the piece itself, it was about encounter, and what is happening now is like we have not like it's not impossible to have an encounter, but it's different, right? Because what I was saying as well, like we cannot touch, and it's strange. Like we cannot. I mean, anyways, like many times with Romany and with Susanne, we were far away from each other, and that was also interesting, like for the process, because we talk about what is missing, what is like what I was saying, like not touch, not having someone in front and talk to someone that you can, I don't know, feel the breathing, feel the things that you miss when you are talking by phone or by video chat or things like this. So that was interesting because actually, that like when we start like working in the piece, of course, like we said, like now we encounter like in same time, same place, but we started from far away actually, just talking, just like having some WhatsApp messages, like sending videos, and also was kind of like like from far away, and the encounter was like different, and then we meet each other. And in this case, like what was important for us, it was like to talk about this encounter, like in this virtual space, and also what is huye, like run away, like in this case, what we were running away. But like for instance, we are in our houses, but we get also used to it very quickly, and suddenly we can stay at home and we get used to it, and we don't want to run away from anything anymore, maybe. So that was like anyways, like it was an improv, and we tried to bring many things together. And I was also very nervous as Sofia. So we missed some elements, but I hope you enjoyed it, because for us it was fun.
Good. Yeah. Well, are there maybe some observations or questions from the audience now that we have this conversation? I always have, when there is a conversation, my questions pop up, so maybe others have the same.
Yeah, well, people are just very grateful for this. We also had some compliments, Iris and me, saying that thank you for doing this.
Oh,
yeah, that's really nice. And they are saying that it was very clear, Romany, what you said. So I guess it would be nice to hear something from Susanne, or if you have a specific question, Iris.
Well, not so much a question. I'm more intrigued because with all of the works, there is a sense of intimacy in all the works, and also last week in our boiler room sessions, and even this 2D screen can create such an intimacy. And me as an artist, I really miss the intimacy of a live moment and a present moment with other people. In my work, I really relate to Sofìa saying I need people like the body work and the physical aspect of it. And this opens up a whole new perspective, like to create how to create that same intimacy within this frame. And I was very intrigued by all of your works. And the last work, I found it so funky and fresh and bold, and it made me laugh, and sometimes I was confused. So it's like shaking up many systems and just throw it up in the air. So I was a bit silent from that. So thank you so much for all of your contributions. Yes, so I'm very happy with this.
And Susanne, how was it for you?
I was just thinking of the experience of how it was to perform now in Zoom, and it was very overwhelming, and this can also happen in real space with the people together. And sometimes also when we are in a space together, we have difficulties to connect or to have an overview, but somehow I feel more, of course, I feel more trained in my perception when I'm in the space with the people and processing the information. It was an improv, but yeah, this can also happen usually, that you feel overwhelmed. But here I think it's a new, I don't know, I would need to practice it more often in order to know what it means to connect really. Because I felt in some moments that there's a connection, but it was also easier to lose it because of so many props, and the space is much bigger than the frame, and
a lot of variables to take into consideration. But I really enjoyed of course all of your performances, but talking about specifically the last one, we were talking about this with Iris yesterday, how this new way of perform changes because we're using this technology, and how we use this specific technology in our favor, how we also take it and we put it in our artistic work. All of the camera movements that you were doing and all the collage, for me was really nice, really interesting to see, and appreciated that a lot. And yeah, little by little we're coming to an end. Many people said a lot of applause for everyone, hooray. And that, yeah, we're going to see again each other next week. Iris is going to tell us them.
So I will already introduce a little bit of next week. So, but don't worry, if you still have last minute questions, feel free to ask. So next week we have another nice lineup of artists, and we start with Johannes Karst, and he's a German artist, and he's a performance artist and cello player. I'm very happy he will perform. I will be performing. I'm also quite nervous. And Ben Brown from Vancouver will be performing, a percussionist and a performer as well. Very curious what he's up to. So again, a nice mix of artists. And next week, 8 p.m. YouTube Boiler Room Sessions. Subscribe so you are a member. Doesn't mean anything. It's just that, I don't know, you can follow us or something. And you there at 8 p.m. and we have another session. We now have a program until May 20, and we will keep on going. And we have such a nice lineup coming up. You can find it on our Facebook event page, Boiler Room Sessions. So stay tuned with us.
Yes. So for the Spanish speaker, like the people that are there, hola, sí, estamos todos los miércoles. Si estás en Bogotá desde Colombia, miércoles a la 1, te puedes sentar con tu almuercito delicioso, disfrutar un poco de arte y conocer más artistas que están siendo experimentales y que están probando cosas y que son arriesgadas, porque ese es el tipo de artista que estamos también invitando. Puede ser improvisación, puede ser algo más planeado, más coreografiado, puede ser música, tenemos performance, tenemos danza. Y sí, ahí estamos llenando todavía nuestra programación. Estamos ahora hasta el 20 de mayo, tenemos un montón de cosas. Y bueno, pues yo muy feliz de verlas, chicas, Sofía, Juana, mucho gusto, Susanne, and really nice to meet you, George and Geerte. I'm very happy to see you all. I'm going to unmute you all so we can do a last noise.
Bye, everyone. We say bye to everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone.